at LCJ, Lakeland, Japan, and
using Open Office.
yeah. Where's my start menu gone? Okay. Yeah, in Lakeland, Japan, I teach drawing, Photoshop, two-dimensional design. In Waseda, I teach reading, writing, and TOEFL preparation. I've always been involved in both art and design and education. This is just a picture of the work that I did for Ago Media. It was later to become Ago Town. And I'm not going to bother too much about that because I want to move on to the main bits, as it were. I also worked for Fulbright Memorial Fund Japan, doing their websites and so on. Then in 1996 I started my own company to make multimedia educational products. First one being this TOEIC tester, and a lot of other fun activities. What I've been interested in, it went quite well. Apple decided to bundle in with its performers. This is way back, 96, 97. But I just want to show the fact that I've been interested in working in these areas for a long time. And okay, the reason for this presentation is that I made this iPhone application for Western University because we'd had this new vocabulary book, and my sort of concern was that there wasn't any time in the course to sort of include a new book, and so then it occurred to me it would be a great sort of opportunity to make an app that would take care of it. Yeah. This was in the Department of Political Science and Education. Sorry, Political Science and Economics. And they wanted to make their own sort of specialised word list that was specifically for economics, and so this is what it was based on. I'm not going to go through all that, it'll take too long, but essentially they sort of condensed this down to 2,000 words, and 450 of them were the most important, and that was the ones that they included in the book, Word-Scape. So I'm just going to quickly divert for a second into Xcode, which is not doing. Just a second. Tiny screen. Okay, got it. So that's Xcode. This is the application that you build iPhone applications in. So I'm just going to start the simulator, and it's a bit too big. See that? Okay. Sorry, I noticed the screen was going to be so small. Okay, that should give us a background. Right, so the 450 words that were included in the book, I decided to turn into an iPhone application because I had to test it for the class. And rather than arranging a lot of paper tests, I thought it would be an ideal candidate for an iPhone application because there was a very clear task to be done. It's to learn 450 important words and then test them. So I'm going to use chapter 7 because it's the shortest one. So the format is that first of all you can go and read the same text that's in, say, chapter 1, chapter 2 and so on, and you can also play it, which you can't hear. Hang on a sec.
A Canadian merchant was sitting in front of a box of stones. He was a keen collector of stones.
Okay. Most of the study would be here, which is like the
attention,
the main flashcard,
capture,
where you have
ideology, investigate.
several different ways to remember something. One is visual, one is an English explanation, and the other is the target language, and of course the audio, because many people learn by different ways and remember in different ways.
Permission. Persist.
Obviously the icon has to have something to do,
Rank.
conceptually with the thing.
Relief.
Okay, so in that area they would study their work, their vocabulary. And then here is the quizzes. Now these don't have any sort of time limit. So you have the target word, you've got an accuracy meter that tells you how you're doing, and you have the Japanese equivalents.
You're a winner!
Okay, so if you win, you get on to do the next one. But if you don't, then you get a sort of negative set.
Fantastic!
There's also robots and apes and gorillas. So the idea is to sort of make a sort of funny feedback so they get some kick out of it. It goes down really well with the students. I'm going to take you through 18. There you go. So you can see what I get as a teacher at the end of the day. There's vampires too. And robots. Okay. Just a couple more, and I can show you the result. Okay. Okay. So basically, at the end of the quiz, the students get their result. They say they've got an accuracy of 54%, and they hit the share button. Do a little bit of this. So on share, they can then mail that to me. So, just a second. So it looks like that when you get it in the post. Except this is 100%. And it's what I couldn't get them to do initially, which is what I'm going to tell you about next. How did I get them to do 100%? Well, let's move back into my slideshow. Okay, so these are the awards that they can get. They get bottle pop, egg cup, coffee cup, bronze cup, silver cup, gold cup with champagne, and then the special one for the 100%. And this was the bookmark that I used to monitor their progress. Basically, I'd hand out little stars, so they look like this. The problem was that they were quite happy to get bronze or silver, and I couldn't get them to do 100%. So I thought, what can I do? And so I found these little ninja seals, and I said, look, if you get 100%, I'll give you a ninja. Okay. And it worked. and they really like these ninja seals. And suddenly everybody wanted this special seal, you know. And so these guys found a bug in units 4, 7, and 11, because she was complaining that she'd done this quiz 3 times, and she hadn't made any mistakes, but it would only give her 99%. She said, well, I've tried it 10 times, it still won't give me 100%. And it was a true bug. There's a strange thing that happens with a rounding down error in some phones and some operating systems. But it gives you an idea of the kind of, you know, they were really keen on it. And this is the Waseda students. Those 2 students you saw were from the Bunko University. These are the Waseda students. And they reacted just the same, in that they, as soon as there was this kind of special seal, they were really sort of keen to get a hold of it. Yeah, at that point, I'd run out of ninjas, and Tokyo Hands had changed its display to a Christmas display, so I couldn't get any more. So I bought a whole bunch of Snoopies and Star Wars and stuff like that, and they went down really well. So everybody started getting Snoopies and Star Wars, as you can see here. So it's actually quite effective. I found that I think one of the reasons that I got the results that I did was partly because of relationship building. You sort of go around and sort of, you know, talk to the students and hand out these little stars, and kind of, you know, you sort of lose the distance that you sometimes get in classes. This is the same thing that happened in This is Bunko. Now Bunko, as you can see, has a much broader range of scores, but the same sort of thing happened with the ninjas. They wanted to. They started getting 100%. Even very poor students. There was one girl who would only get 50, 60%. It was like random, yeah. And she started getting 100%. So I said, well, you seem to have improved a lot. How are you doing? She says, oh, that's my friend. Got a friend to do it. Anyway, there's only like 25 students, and this is based on the Bunko class, because the Waseda class was very high level to start with, so it wasn't really possible to get a clear sort of feed, you know, impression of what the difference would have been. There's not many students in this study, so it's really preliminary. I'm just sort of pointing this out as I guess it was an anomalous sort of result, because the class at the start was only 377 average TOEIC score, so it was already 30 points roughly below the average score of the student body. But at the end of the day, at the end of the term, they gained 45 points on average, and whereas the average gain for the student body was 38. The top 26% of the student body got 70-point gain, and 33% of the class were included in that group, which is, I submit, is the sort of an anomaly, at least. 25% got a 95-point gain, and were included in the top 12%. So for something the price of a cup of coffee, you know, it's not bad. Like I say, there's not really enough students to sort of to nail this down, right? But it's getting there. The reason I wanted to sort of put this, propose to make this presentation was in the hope that I'd sort of convince other people to sort of try and use it, so I can build up the numbers and information to really find out how it works. Because, as I say, I've been involved in multimedia-based educational products, and I've not really seen a lot of measured studies that sort of that tell you whether it works or not. And so I thought, well, I better start there. Okay, so That's it for now, folks. Thank you.